Trojan Felly, what's up, man? USCJ here. It's the top of the morning. It's the top of the morning. Listen, I hope everybody is getting ready to get up, get out, and make some things happen this morning. Listen, we got to continue to talk about the transfer portal given and the transfer portal taken away. Look, we want to talk about this. I want to talk about one player in particular. That is the Washington offensive lineman. His name is Nate Kalepo. And listen, he stands at 6'6", 327 pounds. Look, you can't find that beef just everywhere. We'll start looking at his information real quick. But look, we want to talk about some coaching movement because we stated this. We talked to you about this last week. The domino effect is continuing. Listen, it's only popping. It's only cracking. It's straight up go time. There is no reason why USC can't get a player out of the portal, a position of need. There's no reason why this roster shouldn't be stacked up. So we'll deal with this and we'll talk about that. Also, there's a top 25 early projection that came out, and they're going to have to redo it all over because right now, the way this coaching carousel is taking place right now, the way the transfer portal is taking place right now, you really don't know who's going to do what. But let's take a look real quick at Nate. He's a guy out of Washington, and you guys know the positions of need. I feel like we're okay at here he is right here. I feel like we're okay at the safety spot. I feel like we're okay at the cornerback spot. You guys know we got the DeCarlos Nicholson came from Mississippi State as far as the transfer portal cornerback. Of course, we got Humphreys from Washington. We got the safeties from the Arnold brothers, linebacker and safety. Of course, we got the other safety that's coming from UCLA as well. But when we look at the positions of need, of course, we may need one more interior player, one defensive tackle, and I think we're going to need this guy right here. He's playing guard. And, is Jonah Mineham going to play guard? We know that that's a position of need. That's his strength. But check this guy out. There's something specific about this guy I want you to look at. I want you to look at how powerful he is. I want you to look at how here's the clip right here I want you to look at. Watch what he does to this linebacker. I don't know if you guys can see my arrow here, but I'm going to run this back a couple of times. But watch how powerful this Nate is, 6'6", 327 pounds. Here he is. He's going to pull right here, and he's going to absolutely blow up the linebacker right here. Wow. I mean, he does it on several occasions. And so, look, man, this is the type of guy, when you're talking about going in the portal, when you're talking about moving and grooving and getting a player of absolute need, this is a guy we need. Can you imagine? I know Emmanuel Pregnon plays guard, but can you get a guy like this and go wrong? I don't think so. I mean, Washington, their offensive line this year was extremely powerful. That was like their position of strength. They pretty much all the way up into the Michigan game had Michael Penix protected. Penix had lots of time left as far as on that offensive line. And so you look at a guy like this in his career. Let's take a look at his career real quick. 2023, he started every game. And so he started at right guard against Michigan State, and then he even moved to left guard against others. This guy was also named UW Coach's Offensive Power Player of the Week following the win over Utah. In 2022, he played in 12 or 13 games, all but Colorado. Every game except the Colorado game. And so he played left guard mostly in 2022 as well. In 2021, you're talking about a guy, and we'll get into this Jeff Fish thing in just a second here. In 2021, he played 11 of 12 games. Let me move this back so you guys can see this. 11 of 12 games during the 2021 season, and all but the Washington State game. So you're talking about a guy that has extreme experience, and it's straight up go time, man. So look, man, you guys can hit me in the comment section. Should USC go after a guy? And I want you guys to see this one more time, how he just absolutely just moves this guy back and have him lost in the sauce. This is a powerful guy, man. So hit me in the comments. Let me know what you think. Nate is the guy that USC, I believe, needs to get. And to drop those comments, what other position do you think is a position of need for USC right now? In my opinion, I just think it's offensive line and defensive line. That's it. We do have some young freshmen. Great class from this year. Great class from last year. But of course, when you have a guy that's experienced like this, I don't think you could pass that up. So you guys can hit me in the comment section. You guys can tell me what you think. We don't know what to expect next year going into the season. Well, we do know what to expect. We know it's going to be a physical season, opening up with LSU, of course, Michigan, all these different teams. And talking about Michigan, coincidentally, Jim Harbaugh looks like he's interviewing for that Charger job. So it looks like we're not going to have to be worried about him. Their quarterback, McCarthy, and the running back are both entering the NFL draft. Found that out yesterday. So look, man, hit me in the comments on that and tell me what you think. Now, let's move over to this situation right here, which is Jedd Fisch, man. Jedd Fisch, the coach for Arizona, he's now gone to the University of Washington. This is incredible because when you look at this situation, the dominoes are continue to fall. You guys know that Washington, Alabama, both are essentially, it's open season. I mean, it's open, it's fair game. Their players are hitting the portal left and right. Uh, Alabama's best receiver just committed to Texas yesterday, and it's just unbelievable how this thing is unfolding. And so you got multiple players continue to leave from Bama, multiple players leaving from Washington. They even got a quarterback from Washington that's he's incredible, 6'6", 230 pounds, and this kid is he was a true freshman, actually reclassified in the 2023 class, but he's part of the 2024 class, but he reclassified. So the kid has 4 years left, and the question is, would USC go after a quarterback? I personally think that we're okay at the quarterback position, but when you look at what's taking place right now, everything, the dominoes effect. Of course, you guys know now that Jedd Fisch is going to Washington. Does he take Fahid, the quarterback with him? Does he take McMillan with him? Would USC go after McMillan? Would USC go after the quarterback that's coming from Washington? I mean, I think he was like the freshman of the year, man. So look, man, you guys can hit me in the comments. You guys can tell me what you think about that. But USC is absolutely in a position to where they can add some power players and have a power play on their hands right now. But Jedd Fisch, he's out of there. And, who knows what's going to happen with the Arizona job. But now this is a guy that USC, I thought we were getting away from. I mean, he's a heck of a coach. If it's three coaches that I thought that were good coaches, it's Jedd Fisch in the Pac-12. You got Kyle Willingham from Utah. And then, of course, Kalen DeBoer is gone. But Jedd Fisch seems to be still here and getting ready to compete against USC now that he's going to the Pac-12. And I felt like you guys dropped those comments. I was having a debate, not a debate, but I was just having a discussion with somebody, would he stay at Arizona or would he go to Washington? Is Arizona a better job? I felt like Washington was. Washington has national championships under their belt. I'm going to get into this just a second. Washington has national championships under their belt. So I do feel like that was a better job. It's a better market. I think the Seattle market, you have better recruiting. And I think that Washington was just one of those schools. Now, I got to get to this transfer portal stuff right here. They had a top 10 best players in the transfer portal that came out. And this is it right here. Let's take a look at it real quick. You got these guys in the transfer portal, man. And, some might say, hey, I thought Will Howard was the top player. I thought, all these different players that a lot of people were going after. Some of these guys are not even on there. But here's Walter Nolan. Of course, he went from Texas A&M to Mississippi Ole Miss, committed there. And here's Isaiah Bond, the one I was telling you about. He just committed to Texas yesterday. And then Evan Stewart, Texas A&M to Oregon. And then Aiden Childs, you guys remember him, big-time player from Oregon State that USC was trying to go after, but ended up not getting him. And then he went to Michigan State. He followed his coach over there, Jonathan Smith. And then Quinshawn Jenkins, Ole Miss running back. He ended up committing to Ohio State. Deontay Moore, you see him there with UCLA, and now he's at Oregon. And then Caden Green, he's from Oklahoma to Missouri. And then you see Nayland Green. He's at Georgia. He was at Georgia and now at Purdue. And so those are the guys that are in the top right there. And so this thing continues to move and groove. It continues to evolve. I don't even, what's crazy is I don't even see, I guess they don't consider Dylan Gabriel, the Oklahoma quarterback that transferred from Oklahoma to Oregon. I mean, I didn't think he had more value, in my opinion. I didn't think he had more value than Aiden. I thought he had more value, rather. I thought he had more value than Aiden Childs from Oregon State, but I guess that's how they're looking at it. I don't know. I guess they're looking at the years because That guy put up a lot of yards. I mean, major yardage. So hit me in the comments on that, man. That is the top transfer portal list, and USC could absolutely take advantage of everything that's taking place right now. So you guys can hit me in the comments, man. You guys can tell me what are your thoughts on that. The transfer portal is continuing to move and groove. And look, I want to address this real quick. This is the top 25. And listen, this is the most, I believe this is the most lost in the sauce list right here for next year. We'll take a look at it real quick. I'm gonna pull it up, and you guys should be able to see this. But you see Georgia there, number one, which is okay. It is what it is with that. Georgia number one, and then you see there, you see number two. Let's see if I can pull this up a little clearer here. Okay, and so you see number three is going to be Oregon, and then you're going to see Washington. Excuse me, Alabama. Now, here's the question: does Alabama still get the nod right now? Now that Nick Saban is gone, that's the question I want to know. To me, that's a little bit confusing because that roster is being rated right now. I don't know who's been able to see it, but Alabama roster is essentially being rated just like Washington. Ohio State number 5, and then number 6 you're gonna have Michigan. Michigan, I don't know if they're gonna be the same team based on the fact that Jim Harbaugh is interviewing for this Chargers job right now. Then you got the quarterback, and you got Blake Crum. He's leaving out of Michigan right now. And Ole Miss, they're legit. I think they're gonna be good with Jackson Dart. I think they're gonna still do their thing. And then you're gonna have Missouri. Missouri finished off on a good note last year, so I think they're gonna be okay. And then you're gonna have Arizona. Arizona, that's not even gonna be legit based on the fact that the coach is gone now. So they're gonna have to redo this whole thing because this situation is really like a lost in the sauce situation. And I don't think Arizona's gonna even be. I can see the quarterback leaving. It depends on who's there, but I can see the quarterback leaving, and I can see the receiver leaving. So that's Arizona. Then you got Notre Dame at number 10. I guess they got another quarterback. We'll see what happens with that. Let me rewind this back here. All right, there we go. And then you got Notre Dame, but then Washington number 11. I don't see Washington being number 11 either. Based on the movement that's taking place, Washington, they have so many seniors leaving right now, and even with the coach, and that was kind of one of the things that I wanted to, somebody brought up to me that Washington had a lot of players leaving anyway. I mean, even if Caleb DeBoer stayed, they had a very veteran team. That's why they had a lot of success, and a lot of guys were leaving. So Washington, you can pretty much bump them down as well. And as I stated, their true freshman quarterback, he's out of there as well. Penn State, you could probably keep them. You could probably keep them there. And this thing is, let me move it back here. All right, there we go. And so Utah, number 13, I guess you got Cam Rising coming back for his 9th year. It's crazy. LSU, really not sure about them. I guess, Jaden Daniels was a big part of that offense. Oklahoma, we don't know. The jury's still out on them. So this is per ESPN. That's the crazy thing about it. This is all per ESPN. Florida State, we'll see what happens with them. We know they got DJU. So, at them at number 16, okay. I guess if they want to put him there, Tennessee, I think they got a promising quarterback. I think he's doing this thing. He's moving and grooving. Oklahoma State, number 18. The jury's still out on them as well. Clemson, the jury's still out on them. But, hey, if they want to put Clemson there, if they want to put these teams there, so be it. But then you got North Carolina State, number 20. Kansas State is number 21. And here's the crazy thing. You got Louisville at number 22. Are you serious? We beat Louisville. They had their quarterback. They still have plenty of players. I don't know about that one. But here's USC, not even on his list. But 23 is going to be Kansas. 24 is going to be SMU. And 25 is going to be Iowa. Now, you guys can hit me in the comments. Is that the most lost in the sauce list of all time? I mean, it's unbelievable. I'm not feeling that list at all. You guys can hit me in the comments. I'm going to just remove that thing off of here. You guys can hit me in the comments and tell me what you think. But that is the transfer portal action that's taking place. That is the top 25 early projections. And you guys can hit me and tell me, what are you guys' thoughts on that? So look, man, you guys know whenever it's breaking news, we're going to come back with it. The Rams did lose yesterday. You guys know I talked about it last week, and I think somebody might have got my comments mixed up, but I didn't say it was a confirmation. It's just allegedly a rumor that is taking place that Eric Henderson might be the defensive line / run game coordinator. In any event that happens, I believe that USC is going to absolutely move and groove, and he's coming from the Rams. So look, man, let's look for that possibly happening this week, today, whenever. You guys know I will come back to you whenever that news hits. So look, man, I'm out of here. Until later on, everybody stay blessed. Listen, don't forget, make sure you get up, get out, and make some things happen. Until later on, fight on, fight on, fight on.